back to the future feeling at the stadium tonight, almost turning a page of 10 years ago. The hard-swinging A's in town, pushing for a postseason berth and playing with a passion and a verve not seen since the Bash Brothers terrorized the league and ruined many a pitcher's night. On the mound is the 80s top gun, the Rocket, Roger Clemens. And although the uniform is different, the fastball is still there for Roger as he continues his quest for his first World Series ring. And Darryl Strawberry is back in pinstripes again, proving that you can go home again. Yes, it's a definite back to the future mode as the A's and Yankees go next on MSG. MSG Network is proud to present New York Yankees baseball. Tonight, the third game in a four-game series against the Oakland Athletics. The starting pitchers, Roger Clemens for the New York Yankees, Omar Oliveras for the Oakland Athletics. And welcome back to Yankee Stadium, everyone. The Yankees and A's getting ready to do battle once again on a very cool evening. Early September, weather a bit unseasonable. But there's been a ton of news here at the stadium tonight. A lot of it surrounding one of the Yankees call-ups from Columbus. That would be Darryl Strawberry back in the Bronx once again after doing a physical rehab and a minor league rehab. He met with the media earlier, says this time he understands who is at the source of his problem.
This time around, when I looked in the mirror, I looked at the enemy. It was me. And it wasn't anyone else. Didn't no one tell me to pick up that drink. But that's the disease of alcoholism. And if you're not doing your 12-step program, you're going to drink. I don't care who you are. And, like I said before, you can be me or you can be Joe Blow. If you're not participating in your recovery, you're going to drink again.
Well, Darryl is back, not in the lineup tonight, but who knows, he may get a chance to swing that lefty bat later in the game. Right now, time to turn things over to our broadcast crew tonight. A good pitcher and a good hitter, Jim Cott and Ken Singleton.
Thanks a lot, Bill. Always a lot of exciting news around Yankee Stadium with the umpires and Darryl Strawberry. Guess what? We even have a ball game tonight. We've got a 5-time Cy Young Award winner going to the mound for the Yankees, who actually pitched like a Cy Young Award winner his last start.
Yeah, outstanding for the Rocket, Roger Clemens. August 27th, right here at the stadium against the heavy-hitting Seattle Mariners, and the Rocket was on fire that night. A lot of strikeouts, his second highest strikeout total in a game this season. He had 13 earlier this year against Texas, but he was blowing away the likes of Alex Rodriguez with the good heat. The Rocket and the Yankees won the game 8-0.
You notice with Joe Girardi catching, and he'll catch again tonight, a lot more fastballs, and Rocket with 9 strikeouts, 138 pitches, by far his best outing in quite some time. Well, these Oakland Athletics hate to see September come along. They had a record August.
They certainly did. Swung the bats very well. A lot of home runs from this ball club. They hit the ball quite well. They hit a few here last night. But let's go back 2 nights ago. Miguel Tejada, their young shortstop, had a great August. 9 home runs and 34 runs batted in. Tremendous output from a middle infielder. And Matt Stairs, well, he's been a good hitter for a while. Look at that big swing. This is from last night's game. He has a career high 31 home runs. He got one in last night's ball game that the A's won 3-2.
There's some of the record numbers for August by the Oakland Athletics, and in the major leagues during the month of August, they had more home runs, more walks, scored more runs than any other team. That's the challenge facing Roger Clemens tonight, game 3 of the 4-game series. Darryl Strawberry back. In fact, I think tomorrow he'll be the designated hitter. We'll have tonight's game for you on MSG when we come back.
Xenon headlights, so you can see what lies ahead. The most powerful V6 in its class, so you can leave it all behind. The all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking. Coming September 4th.
Some people think lower salt and no MSG means a boring hot dog. Some people also aren't Thuman's people.
Thuman's hot dogging. Thuman's hot dogging. Thuman's hot dogging. Thuman's.
Hello, Mr. Peterson.
Hello.
So, do you have any questions before we get started?
Yeah. Do you think a computer with 500 megahertz and 128 megs of RAM is enough?
Well, let's do a little investigating, shall we?
Looking for technology information? There's really only one place to go, cnet.com.
You like bran muffins?
Yeah.
The wonder of it all. Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping. Spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods. Foxwoods.
Rear sunshade for when it's sunny. The largest interior in its class for when it's not. The all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking. Come September 4th.
New York Yankees baseball is brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, who reminds you fresh beer tastes better. By American Express. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, American Express helps you do more. By Hertz, for business, for pleasure. Nobody does it exactly like Hertz. And by The Wiz, your ticket to entertainment.
Another beautiful fall-like evening in the Bronx as the Yankees and the Oakland Athletics go at it. Game 3 of the 4-game series. Roger Clemens coming off his most impressive outing in quite some time. And here's the lineup he'll face, brought to you by Genuine Chevrolet, the cars more Americans trust. Rich Becker, newly acquired by Oakland, is in the leadoff spot. Got the game-winning hit last night. Randy Velarde and Jason Giambi. Giambi the DH. Then Almedo Signs, Matt Stairs, Ben Grieve. The bottom third, Scott Spezio, the exciting Miguel Tejada, and rookie catcher Ramon Hernandez.
New York Life lineup defensively for the Yankees behind the Rockets. It's going to be Soho, Jeter, Knobloch, and Martinez. Leday, Williams, and O'Neill in the outfield. And Joe Girardi's behind home plate catching the Rocket tonight. Now, he caught the Rocket in his last start. And as you mentioned, the Rockets seemed to throw quite a few more fastballs, and they had a lot on them in that game against Seattle.
I think that's what Joe Girardi brings to the Yankees and to Jorge Posada. It doesn't mean that Posada's not capable of calling a good game, but I think Joe has the ability to get a pitcher in the right pattern, to make him use his strengths. We saw an example of that in Monday night's game when Tim Hudson, who had dominated the Yankees for 4 2/3 innings, and suddenly went away from his strength, his sinker. He got beat with his slider and his changeup. He had a rookie catcher. A guy like Joe Girardi will make Clemens use his best pitch, which is his fastball, and pass that kind of knowledge on to Posada for future games. Well, we've talked about the umpires. Let's check out the lineup, brought to you by clickandsettle.com. They could have used this service. Resolve your legal disputes online to avoid costs from getting out of line. All 4 of these umpires will remain intact. Joe Brinkman, the crew chief, who we talked with prior to the game tonight. Dale Scott's behind the plate. Darrell Cousins, John Shulak at the corners. Strike 1 to Becker. 11th start with the Oakland A's, and they've all been in the leadoff spot. No surprise, Oakland's trying to find someone to take the place of Tony Phillips. 1-1. Comfortable 75 degrees at the stadium. He's back. Darryl Strawberry missed our Marriott Marquis scorecard show. A lot of reaction from Darryl and from teammates. Outside 2-1. It's a situation, Kenny, that is dripping with sarcasm. I mean, when you get to know Darryl, he's so personable and likable, you can't help but pull for him. But what you hope for with him getting a chance to come back through the good graces of George Steinbrenner, the Yankee organization, it's now 3-1, is that every employee in this organization, whether they were a home run hitter or whether they worked in the mailroom, would get the same opportunity to come back that Darryl has gotten. That's at the knees, and it's 3-2.
And no pun intended. I think Darryl is well aware of the fact that this is the last straw. If something goes wrong here,
well, and
his career's over.
That's where the cynicism comes in, because people are going to say, well, when? I mean, how many more chances? Came back and got him after falling behind 3-1. Good start for Clemens. He had 9 strikeouts in 8 innings in his last start. First one tonight.
And you talked about the using more fastballs. Every pitch to Becker in this sequence was a fastball. And when he got him in 3-2, he went right with it. This is Rocket Town here tonight. And already one's taken off.
Randy Velarde, career numbers for Randy, the 60 RBIs. He did have 14 home runs one year, average over 300. There it is again. The more you use it, the more you trust it and believe in it, that fastball. And I think the early part of the year, Roger Clemens, almost like he forgot who he was. He forgot he was Roger Clemens, and that the hitter is the one that's intimidated. He doesn't have to be afraid of any hitter. 0-2. And he's got a good pitcher-friendly umpire behind the plate. I believe Dale Scott was behind the plate in Seattle when Roger punched out 20 a few years ago.
That was his first breaking ball, and it was spotted on the outside corner with a solid break to it.
The Gidry effect in effect. Look at and the splitter into Velarde catches him in the ribs. Yow. I think it was a splitter. If it was a fastball, it'll hurt for a while.
He's taking a few deep breaths as you get the 0-2. Trying to move him off the plate, and that was a heater.
Yeah, it was.
You know it hurts, but let's listen to it. I still get flashbacks to those things, and those old aches and pains.
Yeah,
guys like Kitty hit me in the elbow.
Yeah. My problem is when I hit a guy, the umpire had to tell him to go to first base. He never felt it. But I think it pays off for guys like Velarde and Giambi. Spend time in the weight room building up those biceps, so that'll cushion the blow a little bit.
I used to say some guys used to hit him. They were so strong. I said, check the ball.
Well, you could do it with this guy, Giambi. He's the designated hitter tonight. He was in the running during the month of August for Player of the Month. That was shared by 2 Texas Rangers, Rafael Palmeiro and Pudge Rodriguez, and we pass on congratulations to a Yankee. Mariano Rivera was picked as the American League Pitcher of the Month. Ball a little low to Giambi, and I guess when you've saved 11 games and your earned run average for the month is 0, you deserve to be Pitcher of the Month. And those are the numbers on Rivera.
You mentioned Giambi having a chance for Player of the Month. He had almost a 500 on base percentage for the month of August. Throw a little off, but Tino Martinez comes up with it. Drew a lot of walks. I think that's one situation where Giambi's really improved as a hitter. His knowledge of the strike zone and the willingness to set up the guys behind him by taking a base on balls.
A lot of concern with Velarde at first base.
He has stolen 21 bases. And he's only been caught once since he's been over with the A's. He's got 8 stolen bases in 9 attempts.
He's going there. Girardi's throw is on target, and they got it. Nice job by Clemens keeping Velarde close. Great job by Girardi on the other end.
That pitch is a strike as well, and it's a strike to second base, right over the corner of the bag. Derek Jeter just lays the glove down, and yeah, Joe, he's out of there. You know, sometimes when a guy's been hit by a pitch, he's thinking about stealing a bag. You want to get down in scoring position. Trying to punish the pitcher, but you could see Derek Jeter lay the glove right on that left arm.
Great shot by our camera crew. That's on the inside corner for a strike. And if the Yankees have any kind of a film that they show to their minor leaguers for clinical reasons, that would be the sequence to show how to hold a runner. You throw over there a couple times, unload the ball. Great throw by Girardi, and on the other end, Jeter was right on the bag. It's a three-part play. Corner. Looked like another fastball. Great start by Clemens. Looks powerful again tonight. The Yankees coming to bat against Omar Olivares when we come back.
Certified pre-owned BMW. It undergoes a comprehensive examination and includes BMW coverage for up to 6 years or 100,000 miles. Only available at an authorized BMW center.
Do I like to shop? Oh, yes. How you doing? Franks and beans? Aisle 5. Beans and Franks? Aisle 7. Hi. Fat free. Nothing but carb. Check this out.
You are 1 millionth shopper.
Right now, use your card at supermarkets and get double membership rewards points.
I love this card.
Well, the color's off, the type is wrong, and I'm not even sure this is our logo.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
If business were that easy, you wouldn't need us. Update your office technology with MCS Canon.
Omar Olivares, who no stranger to the Yankees this year. He's faced them a lot as a member of the Anaheim Angels and the Oakland Athletics. Let's check out the lineup brought to you by Genuine Chevrolet, the cars more Americans trust. Knobloch, Jeter, and O'Neill at the top. Bernie Williams, Tino Martinez, Chili Davis in the middle. And Ricky Leday, Luis Sojo, Joe Girardi, the bottom third.
New York Life defensive lineup for the Oakland A's. Spicio, Tejada, Velarde, and Saenz in the infield. Grieve, Becker, and Stairs in the outfield. Mona Hernandez, the young catcher, doing the catching tonight for Omar Olivares. Almedo Saenz, highlighted at first base, and hit a big home run here last night. He's played some third, played some first, and has done a very good job with the bat for Oakland.
Native of Panama, one of the things he said he would do when he finally made it to the big leagues, he's got a car down in Panama that his dad would like to have. That's low for a ball. So he said, if I make it to the big leagues, I'll give you my car. Well, his parents, he's going to fly his parents into Tampa Bay when Oakland plays there in September. And then he's going to turn the car keys over to his dad for use down in Panama. Toward third and foul. Olivares, chance to put himself in pretty select company. He already has, really, for a pitcher to defeat the Yankees a couple times in the same season. He is rare by major league standards in that he is a 5-pitch pitcher. Fastball, changeup, curve, slider, occasional split. Here is the scouting report on Omar.
Good sinker you just saw one, the Knobloch, a 3-time winner. If he wins tonight against the Yankees, he's beaten them 3 times this season, and he's undefeated with the Oakland A's. He's been a tremendous pickup from Anaheim.
Knobloch starts with the bloop out towards center, and it's a base hit. In front of Rich Becker. One more hit for Chuck Knobloch to 1,500.
There's that ball sinking in on his hands, and he didn't get good wood on it, but good placement. Found the soft spot in the zone in front of Becker and picks up a leadoff single.
Jeter steps in with the average at 346.
And his third in the league behind teammate Bernie Williams and Nomar Garciaparra. These guys have been bunched for about 3 weeks to a month.
Shows bunt just to look at a pitch. It's low for a ball.
And it's been Garciaparra on top, and Jeter and Bernie kind of jockeying back and forth between second and third.
O'Neill waiting on deck. Paul responsible for both Yankee runs last night with 2-run homer. That's going to be one of the fun things in September, chasing that batting title, that batting race. Because another name, American League Player of the Month, Rafael Palmeiro. I mean, he is up there really in all of the Triple Crown categories.
Yeah, when you have a month where you drive home 40 runs, you've had a pretty good month.
Well, 6-month season, that's just 240 a year. That's not bad. Good sinking fastball in for a strike. Olivares, and it takes a pitcher, I think, with a bit of a name or pitching a lot of innings to qualify for this, but he might be the best fielding pitcher in baseball. He is a terrific athlete, pitched for Joe Torre during his Cardinal days, but you know, pitchers don't get that many opportunities to show their fielding skills.
He might be the best hitting pitcher in baseball, too. He's an excellent hitter.
Bernie, no moss, no moss, no moss. Got it all shaved off. Looks awfully studious with that new non-hairdo. And this is what Olivares, this is his style of pitching. The count is 2-1. He would, as they say in the dugout, he'd rather bite the snake, bite the head off a rattlesnake than throw a strike.
Right down the middle, yeah. But when he's on, he gets a lot of ground balls. He did in just about every outing against the Yankees this year.
Good movement there, 2-2 to Jeter.
And every once in a while, he'll try and heat one up. Movement plus location. Result was a strike. He does have a lot of pitches. He shook out for about 4 or 5 of them.
On the corner. Jeter didn't think so. But if the Yankee hitters have done their homework and they knew who's behind the plate, Dale Scott is one of those guys that be a little generous.
Previous pitch was inside. Yeah, that might have been high enough as it was sinking coming across the plate. It did have the corner. It's just a matter whether it was high enough, and it's called strike 3.
A lot of late movement. I think that shot there is great in all of the video. Is great for hitters that think they were called out on a bad pitch. And Derek studies a lot of videos. He's shaking his head right now, but maybe after the game or tomorrow, he'll take a look at it and say, well, it did catch the corner. Top toward first base. Signs will make the play himself as Knobloch advances to second. 2 away in the Yankee first.
Mentioned Olivares beating the Yankees twice. He beat them right here with the Angels on May 13th. Ball game of the Angels shut out the Yankees 2-0. And it was Olivares who went 6 2/3. Then he lost here at the stadium on June 19th. Then he beat the Yankees in Oakland with the A's on August 10th. So he's won 2 out of 3 decisions against the Yankees this year.
Strike 1 to Bernie Williams. Let's go back to pitchers like Kevin Brown and way back to Gaylord Perry in the mid-70s, who beat the Yankees twice in the season for 2 different teams. Gaylord pitched for the Indians and the Rangers in that season.
you see that the catcher Ramon Hernandez shift to the inside, and I think if the Yankee left-handed hitters remember Olivares at all this year, got a lot of strikeouts, called strike 3 on pitches that tailed back over the inside corner. Looked like a ball coming in, but then they would tail towards the inside corner. And that's something that you just got to file in the memory bank. Just don't let it happen next time out.
That's on the outside corner. That's really a change in pitching philosophy over the years, because see this one dotted right on the outside corner. You know, hitters have a tendency to go into the ball more, and they handle the pitch away from them. So pitchers pitch inside more. Years ago, the rule in Yankee Stadium, well, you just don't pitch on the middle, in the middle of the plate in. They jerk that ball down the line. Got him. Olivares knew it off the mound in a hurry. There's that inside pitch you're talking about, Kitty, with good late movement. Clemens with a pair of strikeouts. Olivares matches him right on the inside corner. No score after 1.
The Yanks are in Anaheim to take on Big Mo Vaughn and the Angels, followed by MSG Sports Desk presented by Chevrolet. Monday night, right here on MSG.
The Belmont Fair and Festival returns to Belmont Park Racetrack now through Labor Day. The Belmont Fair and Festival is huge with over 25 free shows daily. Enjoy the free open-air circus, free puppet shows, Frontier Town, and the Wild West Follies. Cast members from Footloose perform Saturday, and Woodstock legend John Sebastian of the Lovin' Spoonful is in concert on Sunday. The Belmont Fair and Festival now through Labor Day at Belmont Park Racetrack. The Belmont Fair and Festival this weekend.
Zero to your heart in 1 second flat. The Audi A6.
Stop by Anchor Audi today and pick up the all-new Audi A6 sedan for only $399 per month.
PC Richard & Son for home appliances. PC Richard & Son for home electronics. PC Richard & Son for home computers. PC Richard & Son for over 89 years of selection, savings, service, and satisfaction. You can't get a lower price. We guarantee it. All you have to do is whistle. PC Richard & Son, the appliance, electronics, and computer giant.
New York Yankee baseball brought to you in part by American Express. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, American Express will help you do more. And by BMW. Stop dreaming, start driving. The ultimate driving machine. Pretty good pitching machine right there. Roger Clemens, first pitch to Signs, high for a ball. Almeida with a big night last night. 3 hits, 1 away from the cycle, one of those 8 home runs, and a double to go along with it. Popped up, playable. Girardi. Time. Joe puts it away, 1 away.
That tells you right away that Signs got good wood on it, but it was straight up the elevator shaft. And it also tells you Roger Clemens got a pretty good fastball. Watch this hack out. Pretty good swing, but just late enough, and the ball is headed straight upstairs. And a good job by Girardi, because every once in a while that catcher's stumbling, bumbling all over the place. He stayed right with it and made the catch.
This will be a nice battle. Matt Stairs, who was going to swing hard against Roger Clemens, who's going to throw hard. High for a ball. 31st home run in last night's ball game. Inside, 2-0. Back to the Clemens-Girardi fastball scenario. I think as a pitcher, when you look down at as a catcher, there will be one in the booth tomorrow. Tim McCarver called as good a game as any catcher I've ever been around. You just had confidence that when he called the pitch, it was the right thing to throw. There's no better feeling for a pitcher to, in your mind, saying, even though it's a fastball hitter, I want to throw a fastball. And you look down, and the catcher's got that sign down. you throw the pitch with a little more conviction. That was off the inside corner, and it's 3-1. Plus, David Cohn saying, wait a minute, where's that pitch?
Well, let's see where it is.
Yeah.
He just had to reach it just enough. Maybe that Dale Scott wasn't convinced. And yeah, that was inside.
Just a touch.
Just a touch.
That one wasn't. It's fouled straight away. And the use of the fastball in the early innings gives you some weapons in the 6th or 7th.
Next time around.
Where Roger Clemens got bogged down his last year with the Red Sox, he was throwing so many splitters and sliders, and even early part of this year, that by the time a guy like Matt Stairs, who had that great August, by the time he saw him the 3rd at bat, he'd emptied out the vault. You get by with a few fastballs the first time around, you got something else to go to. Up and in, missed, and Stairs reaches with a 1-out walk.
That's why I always felt my first at bat of the game was my most important. To get a hit or a walk, you're off to a good start. But I wanted to see a lot of pitches. I wanted to see primarily how hard the guy was throwing. See if I could mix in a breaking ball somewhere along the line, and maybe a changeup if I got the 3 and 2.
Here's Ben Grieve, slow start, but things have picked up. 22 homers and 67 RBIs. Outside corner, strike 1. Brian Downey, who was converted to a catcher from a 3rd baseman. El Duque, who will pitch tomorrow. Checking the scouting reports on the Oakland Athletics. Yeah, hello. Little bow tie. Rogers hit Velarde, and now he dusts Ben Grieve.
Put him in a revolving door.
I used to say to Brian Downing, let's see how many hitters we can get through without ever throwing a breaking ball. So, you gamble a little bit early in the game. You see how sometimes you get through 2 innings, all fastballs. Looked like a splitter there. It's 1 and 2.
You must have felt really good on those games, huh?
No, just lucky.
Well, after the pitch up and in that spun him out, it goes something moving away, and it's a splitter. So one pitch sets up the other.
Well, the object, Branch Rickey used to say, throw strikes for 5 innings and low strikes for 4 more. Keep it simple. Outside, 2 and 2.
You mentioned Grieve's slow start. He was hitting 131 at the first 33 games. He's gotten his average up to 263 by hitting over 300 from after that point. This guy's really going to be a good hitter. I mean, since the early part of the season, he's been one of the better hitters in the league.
Full count. Clemens misses again. Now Roger getting into a little bit of a defensive pattern. He's gone away from that fastball right down the chute where he's challenging hitters. Back-to-back full count. Spezio waiting on deck. Got him to swing. Girardi's throw. They've got Stairs hung up. Take a couple of tosses, and Tino Martinez will make the tag. So for the 2nd consecutive inning, the A's get a base runner, but get him caught stealing. Another strikeout for Clemens. He has 3. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. No score.
Hey, Yankee fans, name your own price and save on airline tickets, hotel rooms, home mortgages, and more at Priceline.com. Get away for less this summer by naming your own price. Visit us on the internet at Priceline.com or call 1-800-PRICELINE.
My skills.
No, your shoes.
Well, check this out. Ta-da!
Cool.
The Adidas
Adidas Stratusliga, the hottest soccer shoe around. And check out the new Brisbane soccer jersey, a Sports Authority exclusive. So, you think you guys can handle this stuff? Sure! For everything Adidas, the Sports Authority knows. He scores!
5 things to consider about the Chevy Impala. It's new. It starts under $20,000. It's designed, engineered, and built to be carefree. It's at your Chevy dealer now. It's received a 5-star frontal crash rating from the federal government. As USA Today put it, it's a lot more car than you imagine, at a lower price than you expect. The new Chevy Impala.
Experience the joy of driving for only $269 a month. See your Chevy dealer for a great lease on the all-new Impala. Call for lease details.
Bottom of the second, and a reminder, football fans, you can get the inside scoop on Big Blue. If there's any key injuries, rookies making an impact, New York ready to challenge for another division title. Find out on the Giants training camp report tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, right here on MSG. Ball 1 to Tino Martinez. Hit well, straightaway center. Becker gets turned around, but will make the catch, one away.
Tino facing Olivares like the rest of the Yankees. You have to make him get the ball up. Single ball pitcher, that ball was about thigh high. That was good hitting area, but straight away to center field. Becker, as Kitty mentioned, got twisted, turned, but hauled it in for the out. So Olivares wants you to hit the ball on the ground or chase pitches that are headed for the dirt. So he's not an overpowering pitcher. So it's not as if he's going to blow it by you upstairs.
Chili Davis takes strike 1, and Kenny, will be interesting tomorrow. We're not doing tomorrow's game, but the reaction from the fans, because I believe the Yankee designated hitter tomorrow will be Darryl Strawberry. Deep to right, Stairs near the track, is looking up and is not going to get it. It's bouncing off the wall. He can't find it. Chili, you're too old. 15 years ago, you'd have got it inside the park, but he's going to settle for a triple. Only fitting.
That's going to be a triple for Chili Davis, and Chili now is not the guy with the most at bats in the major leagues without a triple. And this is how he was going to get one. Outfielder cannot find the ball. Matt Stairs cannot find the ball off the wall. He's looking around. The ball's headed back to the infield. Meanwhile, Chili Davis is rounding the bases. Chili thought maybe it got out for a homer. Chili got to pick up the pace a little bit. Remember, it was Jim Leyritz who had gone so long without a triple. This is Chili Davis's first triple since 1994, over 5 years ago.
You see the reaction of the Yankees watching and hoping that it went out of the ballpark. The A's bring the infield in. Leday swings through it. But again, I don't know if Chili could have gotten it inside the Parker, but an example of how dangerous it is as a hitter to look at the ball. He was not in full gear going around first base. He just looked at the ball.
Here's Matt Stairs. You can tell he played hockey in Canada, not basketball.
0-2 to Leday. Olivares doing a good job against most of the Yankee left-hand hitters. Throwing that ball inside, and it moves back across the corner.
Once again, much in the same way as last night. Ricky Leday finding out how they really want to get him out, and it's inside.
Wow. I mean, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Olivares just challenged him and put him away with a high fastball. 2 away.
Didn't waste much time with Ricky Leday. Remember what I said last night about the fact you find out how they really want to pitch you when they got it, when you come up there with runners in scoring position. And last night Ricky Leday struck out in a situation very similar to this one. You got to remember those things. You know, how they went after me last night, and they got a job done. So you figure they're going to do the same thing tonight.
Leday the second out, and Soho steps in. So we have a good sinker ball pitcher and a good sinker ball hitter. Strike 1. Soho is one of those hitters that has the ability, first of all, as a player, he can sit around for 3 weeks and still look like he's playing every day. He's always sharp. But he will bail out toward third
and slap that ball to right as good as anybody in baseball.
The other night, Al Travelling called him the microwave because he can heat up in a hurry.
Yeah, good name. Ball and a strike to Soho. Scott Brocious still back in Oregon, spending time with his ailing father. Maury will join the team Friday in Anaheim. Chopped on the ground. Tejada with a high hop. And he's got something to throw it with. Soho retired. Yankees strand a man at third. And we've played 2 at the stadium. Still no score.
Hey, Doug, it's Chris. I'd just like to thank you for telling me to buy that crappy computer. Why don't you come over and fix it, you son of a...
We're the East Hills Showroom. Who's gonna get you a great automotive deal? It's East Hills. East Hills. Who's gonna get you in the right set of wheels? It's East Hills. East Hills. So if you're looking for an Oldsmobile or Chevrolet, just come on down to East Hills and we'll make your day at East Hills. East Hills.
At East Hills, we don't want to sell you a car. We want to help you buy one.
At East Hills.
Eastwood Medical introduces Dr. Victor Loria.
Baldness is a genetic effect. Hair transplantation is the only natural and permanent cure, and it lasts a lifetime. The hairline is the most important area. Micro and mini grafts containing 1 to 4 hairs are used to give you the most natural aesthetic appearance.
Call now and receive up to 500 grafts at no additional cost. Fight back hair loss permanently. Eastwood Medical.
We don't just restore hair, we restore confidence.
Call 1-800-MD-HAIRS.
The Belmont Fair and Festival returns to Belmont Park Racetrack now through Labor Day. The Belmont Fair and Festival is huge with over 25 free shows daily. Enjoy the free open-air circus, free puppet shows, Frontier Town, and the Wild West Follies. Cast members from Footloose perform Saturday, and Woodstock legend John Sebastian of the Lovin' Spoonful is in concert on Sunday. The Belmont Fair and Festival now through Labor Day at Belmont Park Racetrack. The Belmont Fair and Festival this weekend.
New York Yankee Baseball is brought to you in part by American General Financial Group. Live the life you've imagined.
Headed to the 3rd inning, the Rocket in a scoreless duel with Omar Olivares. Clemens has 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, and here is Scott Spezio, who swings and pulls one high and deep, but foul to the upper deck in right field. Oakland, with the 3 strikeouts and the 1 walk tonight, their players go up to the plate and do a lot of nothing.
All or nothing.
Yeah, all or nothing. They lead the league in both striking out and walking. So sometimes they go up there, they get the walk. Sometimes they go right back to the bench.
They're a 90s team, you know, rotisserie team. Swing hard in case you hit it.
Ball and a strike on Spezio, who's playing at 3rd base tonight. Swings at a splitter, slowly rolled towards Knobloch at second. They flip on to first for the out. There's 1 down. So Spezio back to the dugout. And we'll take a look at Chuck Knobloch and his play.
Yeah, it's still not the way, and Chuck knows it. I mean, you don't throw a ball like this. I mean, you just don't throw a ball like that. But I guess he's going to have to live with that through the season, and maybe next spring try to correct it. And the Yankees just sort of hold their breath and hope that one of those tentative throws doesn't cost him a key ball game.
Here's Miguel Tejada. The fine young shortstop of the A's takes a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Tejada is averaging .251. The outstanding numbers, though, are the 18 home runs and the 73 runs batted in. 34 of those RBIs came in the month of August. Whoo, big swing and a miss. That evens the count.
Got to dial it up a notch on that one. He believes in his fastball now. Boy, and if I had a fastball like that, I'd be arrogant with it, too. I'd believe in it. Clemens does.
Didn't you have one?
Nah, I don't think so. Maybe in my dreams.
To the inside corner for call strike 2. 1-2. You ever get out there and surprise yourself and just blow a few guys away?
Yeah.
And you just
never wanted to fall into that trap.
Tejada behind on the count. The Rocket comes inside again. Tried to check his swing, and he went around too far. So Clemens will pick up strikeout number 4.
Self-defense, really. This pitch is boring in, and again, it's another fastball. You'll see him start to swing, and yes, he did. Couldn't help himself.
So Tejada becomes the 4th strikeout for the Rocket tonight. And here is Ramon Hernandez, the catcher. Albert Einstein.
Give us a little time with that one.
Well, let's see. Theory of relativity.
We got over here on the
yeah, Thomas Edison, that's him.
Lights out or something. I don't know. Power. We need that group. If they've got a little mini T, they got to come up and give us an explanation on that one. We're not that alert.
E equals MC squared.
You're ahead of me.
2 outs, nobody on, and Hernandez fouls one back. Whereas tonight, E being energy with Roger Clemens equals K.
That's right. New formula.
2 strikes on the Oakland A's catcher, the number 9 hitter. And there's the Guidry effect. The fans come to life. Ball is lifted in the air to center field. Ernie Williams chased back a bit, but he's there. He makes the catch. And the Rocket will set down the A's in order here in the top of the 3rd. Nothing across for Oakland as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Yankees looking to get on the scoreboard.
Xenon headlights, so you can see what lies ahead. The most powerful V6 in its class, so you can leave it all behind. The all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking. Coming September 4th.
Shh, everybody would love to have this, my secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices. It's 11 heaven.
Come to KFC right now and get 10 pieces of the Colonel's original recipe chicken for only $8.99.
At KFC, we do chicken right.
Chevrolet cars are trusted by more Americans than any other. Chevy trucks are the most dependable, longest lasting on the road. If that's not enough reason to own a Chevrolet car or truck, then this definitely is. The great summer drive-in from Chevrolet. Lease a new 1999 four-wheel drive Chevy Silverado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year, for only $299 a month for 36 months. Call for important lease details. It's Chevrolet's great summer drive-in. See your local Chevrolet dealer today.
Professor Barrows?
Yes, Russell?
I'm a little confused. Would I be better off upgrading to an external 56K modem, or should I go for DSL?
Here, Russell, nature has a way of giving us all the answers we are looking for.
Looking for technology information? There's really only one place to go, CNET.com.
Little fella.
An automatic rear sunshade for when it's sunny. The largest interior in its class for when it's not. The all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking. Coming September 4th.
No score, bottom of the 3rd inning here at the stadium. The Yankees have a couple of hits. Advanced Thursday night, the New York Liberty host the Houston Comets for Game 1 of the 1999 WNBA Championship at Madison Square Garden. Individual tickets are priced from $10 to $60, and good seats are still available. Tickets may be purchased at the Garden box office, all Ticketmaster outlets, including the Wiz stores. And there's a base hit for Joe Girardi, and online at thegarden.com. Joe swinging at the first pitch, as he does quite often. Comes through with a base hit. And we figured it out that Chili Davis is over 2,200 at-bats since his last triple. Going back to May 11th of 1994. Here's Chuck Knobloch, who led the ball game off with a single for the Yankees. Was stranded at first. The A's are lined up defensively, looking for Knobloch to pull the ball. Don't see that very often. Fastball inside, ball one.
Well, if they pitch him down and in like that, that's Chuck's power zone. But if he pulls that one, it's going to go over Spezio's head. That hit by Girardi, incidentally, came 7 for his last 13. I think as we get closer to postseason play, there'll be a lot more discussion about Joe Girardi's role in postseason play. He's such a big part of that in catching David Cone and Andy Pettit and now Roger Clemens. Even though Jorge has been primarily the #1 catcher all year, would not be surprising to see Girardi, and deservedly so, get a lot of the playing time postseason.
Knobloch pulls it foul, and that might be dictated by how these Yankee pitchers pitch with Girardi in the ballgame. Here's our New York Marriott Marquee matchup. Omar Olivares 2-2 against the Yankees, and Roger Clemens 13-13, the only American League team for which he doesn't have a winning record against, the Oakland A's. One pitch is pulled foul.
And fans that looked at that graphic scratch their head and say why Oakland has not been a real contender in the last few years. But you know, go back to when Roger first came up and the A's with Mark McGwire and Canseco and Eckersley and Dave Stewart. Dave Stewart is the name primarily, who had a lot of success hooking up with Clemens in postseason. That's why Roger does not have a winning record against Oakland.
It's a happy little girl. Maybe one of her first ball games, she gets a baseball. Knobloch checks his swing, and the count goes to 2-2. We figured out the exact total of at bats for Chili Davis. 2,215 between triples. Inside, Knobloch eyeballs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That's the key against Omar Olivares, is to get the leadoff man on, because he really becomes a much less aggressive pitcher. Starts nibbling, that one just off the inside corner. He's going to throw a lot more pitches and give you opportunities to send the runner and get things going.
With Knobloch a tough hitter to strike out, you got to figure that Joe Girardi's going to be on the move. 3-2. There he goes. Pitches pop foul behind home plate. Hernandez coming back, but this is going to make it to the screen and out of play. Chuck Knobloch, I think the percentage of his swings and misses last year of all the pitches that he actually swung at was like 8%. So 92% of the time he makes contact when he swings the bat.
I wonder what it is this year. We could probably find it out, because it seemed like early in the year he was swinging through a lot more pitches. He actually struck out twice in last night's game. That's really unusual.
Girardi's on the move again. The pitch is lined towards short. This is going to be an easy double play. Tejada with the throw over the first 2 sides, and that's it. That's one of the chances that you take when you send a runner. As Knobloch lines into a double play.
And nothing Girardi could do. That's where Chuck likes the ball. Inside down, but that moved in on the trademark. All Tejada had to do is catch it and throw it. Hit and run situation. No chance for Girardi to get back. Even picking up the ball like he did, he had no chance to beat that throw.
2 outs, nobody on, and Derek Jeter will be at the plate. Good splitter is down low for ball 1. Jeter called out on strikes in the first inning. Good movement on that pitch, and it's foul tip. A ball and a strike. Another pitch down low, and it's 2-1. Yankees trying to solve Omar Olivares, who pitched for Joe Torre, as you mentioned, with the Cardinals. And while he was with St. Louis, unlike now, he wore the number 00 for Omar Olivares. It had a little more flair in those days. Now that the more conventional number 40. Jeter bounces one foul down the third base side.
You mentioned Oliveris in the St. Louis Cardinals, and as Scott Spezio fields that foul ball, one of the lesser-known father-son combinations. Both Oliveris and his dad Ed, who played for the Cardinals in the 60s, and Scott Spezio's dad, Ed Spezio, also a former Cardinal.
Pitch bounced by the mound. Going to be a tough play for Tejada. Nice high hop for him. He throws out Jeter. The Yankees are gone. Here in the bottom of the third, they do not score. We've played 3 full innings here at the stadium. Beautiful night for baseball, but there's no score on the board.
Zero to your heart in 1 second flat. The Audi A6.
Stop by Anchor Audi today and pick up the all-new Audi A6 sedan for only $399 per month.
East Hills Showroom.
Who's gonna get you a great automotive deal? It's East Hills. East Hills. Who's gonna get you in the right set of wheels? It's East Hills. East Hills. So if you're looking for an Oldsmobile or Chevrolet, just come on down to East Hills and we'll make your day at East Hills. East Hills.
At East Hills, we don't want to sell you a car. We want to help you buy one.
At East Hills.
The Belmont Fair and Festival returns to Belmont Park Racetrack now through Labor Day. The Belmont Fair and Festival is huge with over 25 free shows daily. Enjoy the free open-air circus, free puppet shows, Frontier Town, and the Wild West Follies. Cast members from Footloose perform Saturday, and Woodstock legend John Sebastian of the Lovin' Spoonful is in concert on Sunday. The Belmont Fair and Festival now through Labor Day at Belmont Park Racetrack. The Belmont Fair and Festival this weekend.
Top of the 4th inning. The Yankees have 3 hits. The A's do not have any. We've been talking about the umpires all night long, the situation with them, and this is the settlement, Kitty.
And 22 umpires will lose their jobs, 13 national, 9 American. The union will withdraw the lawsuit they had, but in exchange for that, they'll get a little extra postseason bonus money and pay and benefits for the rest of the year, and management's acceptance of arbitration procedure. And boy, I would not want to be in Richie Phillips' shoes tonight with that strategy costing 22 guys their jobs. But again, accountability. They made the decision, and we had Joe Brinkman on the air before the game saying he knew the strategy was flawed to begin with and wasn't a part of it.
Rich Becker in the top of the order, facing the Rocket. Down low again, 2 balls and no strikes. Becker was with the Milwaukee Brewers. Oakland got him in a deal to help replace Tony Phillips, who was injured. With Milwaukee, Becker was hitting .252 with 5 home runs and 16 RBIs. That was in 89 games. That pitch is on the corner for a called strike, 2-1.
Really throwing his fastball with more conviction. I've seen games where we've had that shot up close to Roger Clemens where you can almost see the indecision in his eyes. That isn't there tonight, and I don't think it was there at his last start.
Pitch is fouled off, and he fights back to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Back to the umpire situation, and the 22 umpires that have lost their jobs, I think, will get an opportunity next season. There's a chance they might get an opportunity. We'll wait to see what Major League Baseball lays down as far as the requirements.
Try to slider on the outside corner. Count goes full, 3-2. But my point is that Major League Baseball has already hired replacement umpires for these guys. Umpires coming up from the minors, so they're not going to pay 2 sets of umpires. Payoff pitch on the way, and it's just outside. Becker eyeballs a leadoff walk here in the top of the 4th. Going to take a look at the American League list of umpires who have lost their jobs.
Yeah, and most of them are some real veterans, namely Jim Evans and, of course, Richie Garcia, who was year in and year out known as one of the better umpires.
Ken Kaiser,
in the American League. Yep.
Larry McCoy, all veterans.
But maybe with those 22 umpires losing their job, like you said, they hired 22 new ones, so they're not going to pay double. Baseball isn't.
There's a strike to Randy Velarde.
But maybe it will begin to see a situation where the umpires will be graded like players. In other words, if you have a bad year, you aren't doing well, you go back to the minor leagues, and you can develop a system like that where there wasn't the security that umpires have had.
Breaking ball is fouled off. Velarde looked like he was trying to go the other way. The count goes to 0-2.
I recall in the early 90s there was a National Hockey League official in Minnesota when the Stanley Cup was there, and I said, you're refereeing the officiating the Stanley Cup. He said, well, I did last night. I don't know about the next game because the league grades us, and if they don't feel we've done a good job, they'll bring in new ones game by game.
Velarde in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Upstairs a bit, and it's a 1-2. That could be can get quite expensive in Major League Baseball. They start doing that,
right? And play 6 a game or something.
Bringing in new guys every night. 1-2 on Velarde. Fouled it back, had a good swing at a fastball.
Yeah, not intimidated by getting hit. And again, back to the umpires, not trying to make light of that situation because, as Joe Brinkman said, these guys have families. You know, they've lost their jobs, and we hope that eventually the situation gets resolved. But for you know, to their benefit, and maybe some of them will get their jobs back. But that's falls on the shoulders of their leader, in my estimation, Richie Phillips, and they followed him.
Little roller off the end of the bat, and that's foul. 1-2. Count remains 1-2. Going to look at a quote from Richie Phillips, American Express quote book. We think that it's a shame for baseball. Baseball will suffer from the loss of these enormously talented people that the commissioner's office has arbitrarily determined to hurt.
Well, that's a quote covering your own backside. He's the one that led him down the road.
Resign so you can keep your job, right? Clemens slowing things down with a man aboard, nobody out. Upstairs and got him. The Rocket picks up strikeout number 5 on the night. 4 of the 5 have been swinging.
And most of them on fastballs. Again, you see that ball is right down the middle of the plate, up in the hitter's eyes. It looks good.
Albert Einstein.
We've got a pattern going there, I think.
E equals MC squared. Energy equals.
I'm glad we got Mike in the booth with us.
Yeah, mass times the speed of light squared. You know, you wonder how he figured that out to begin with. This pitch is fouled off.
I don't know. I was too busy playing catch.
My goodness. Strike 1 to Giambi. Roger Clemens. Second game in a row, he has shown very good velocity. 8 strikeouts against the Seattle Mariners in 8 innings. One of the better hitting clubs in the league, and the same can be said for the Oakland A's. Ball and a strike on Jason Giambi. Randy Velarde struck out following the single, or make that a walk to Rich Becker, and he's aboard at first with 1 down. Broken bat, looper towards center field. Coming on is Bernie Williams, and he does not make the catch. He trapped it, and the ball is thrown back in. It's a base hit for Jason Giambi.
Nice effort by Bernie Williams as you see him come in on the backhand, and he did trap it. And speaking of umpires, Kenny, this is one of the more difficult calls they have to make.
And the call was actually made by first base umpire John Shula.
Nice job keeping the ball in front of him. Yeah, Joe Brinkman, the crew chief, he had to stay at second base. Clemens hoping for a catch. Nope.
Well, certainly a good effort by Bernie Williams in center, but that's going to be the first hit of the ball game for the A's, and they have 2 on. And Almedo Saenz at the plate. First time up, he lifted a high foul ball behind home plate that Joe Girardi stayed with and made the play. Saenz walked twice last night, had a single, a double, and a home run. And there's a fastball to the inside corner, 1-1. We've seen Saenz play third base, and what's a little ironic with the A's as we look at the men on base, Becker at second and Giambi at first. So when Scott Spezio first came back, they switched it from third to second. They needed a second baseman. Now with Chavez being injured, Spezio goes back to third. In the third, nice scoop by Girardi. 2 balls and a strike. That was his natural position. So Saenz moves across the diamond tonight from third over the first base, and Giambi gets a semi-night off as the DH, and John Jaha, who's had a rough series with the bat, is out of the lineup. Little versatility with these Oakland A's. The pace of the Rocket is definitely slowed. He's in the stretch stage of delivery. There's a slider that misses.
Yeah, and that's, I think, always a challenge for pitchers with men on, to trust your stuff and continue your tempo, just like you do is to try to pitch as if there's nobody on base. It's easy to say, but tougher to do.
A couple of deep breaths, and now he's ready. High fastball is ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 1 down. Second walk this inning from the Rocket. That'll move each runner up a base, and it'll bring up Matt Stairs. Time for our Aflac trivia question. Who are the 4 players that play in the World Series for both the Yankees and the A's? Well, you probably think of 2 of them right away.
Yeah, that's a good question. That last answer, name of the last player, is tough to get.
Rocket's going to work from the windup with Matt Stairs at the plate, who drew a walk in the second inning. High fastball swung on and missed, strike 1. Stairs looking for faraway places. This guy does not mess around when he swings the bat. I think he's one of the more entertaining hitters in the league.
And chances are we will not see a double play ground ball in this at bat.
Moves him off the plate, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Stairs originally from New Brunswick, Canada, and if you've never been there, some great fishing. In fact, Ted Williams used to go up there and do some fishing. And a lot of forest, a lot of unspoiled land. That pitch is in there for a called strike, 1-2.
Quick check with umpire Dale Scott, and it looked like the splitter. Good movement down and away, perfect position.
Fans getting into it now with a ball and 2 strikes on Stairs. Just a little bit low, and the count is 2-2. And it's great to be at the ballpark and just hear how the crowd gets into each and every pitch in clutch situations. A little disappointment in the sound after that fastball, which was just a hair low to Stairs. Swung on and foul tipped. Stays alive.
You mentioned, Kenny, a hitter can find out how they really want to pitch him in situations like this with the bases loaded, and there's no secret with any pitchers around the American League that is the area to pitch Matt Stairs up and in. It was a perfect pitch. He just got a piece of it.
And Joe Girardi out to the mound to talk about this next pitch, probably location. Bases are full of Oakland A's. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Matt Stairs. The Rocket trying to work out of a jam. Pitch is popped up to the left side. Going back is Jeter, coming on is Ricky Leday. This is much too shallow for the runner at third, Becker, to think about scoring. So Matt Stairs, a dangerous hitter, is retired for out number 2.
Again, the advantage of the up and in fastball. See, Stairs kind of bails out. Ball breaking down and away, just has a very defensive swing, and he knew it immediately. Just a soft pop up short left where Leday catches it, keeps the runner at third.
Looked like he was trying to foul it off, keep the at bat going. Instead, he got too much of it. And there's now 2 down, and here is Ben Grieve, who was a strikeout victim. In fact, struck out into a double play to end the 2nd inning. Son of Texas Ranger broadcaster and former GM Tom Grieve. That is outside ball 1.
We'll have to get our friends at Elias to check the record book. What is the record for most father-son combinations playing on one team in one game? We've got Grieve, Spezio, and Olivares, all sons of former big leaguers.
Pitch is popped up. This will reach the seats.
Of course, Ben Grieve and his father Tom, now broadcaster for the Rangers, former general manager, they're in a very select category trivia-wise because they are the only father-son combo that were both #1 draft picks.
One ball and 1 strike. That's inside ball 2. And it was interesting when we were in Texas. The question was posed to Tom Grieve. This year's Texas Ranger team looks like they're going to break the record for wins in a season by a Texas Ranger ball club. And they asked Tom Grieve if he could play for this year's team while he played for the other one. Pitch is grounded fair down the third base side, and the A's going to come up with a couple of runs. The throw goes to third base, and the runner is safe. So the A's break through on Tom Grieve, make that Ben Grieve, maybe Tom's years ago, but Ben got a double, score the first 2 runs of the game.
Yeah, and even though the play was close at third base, I really think Joe Torre would have preferred to see this ball go into second base. Ricky plays it good off the carom, and you see the runner in there in plenty of time, but because the throw comes to third base, it allowed Grieve to get into scoring position going to second base.
So the A's break through on the scoreboard first, having scored 2 runs on 2 hits here in the 4th inning. So meanwhile, Tom Grieve said, well, he played for that team years ago, but he didn't think he could play at all on the team this year.
Pretty strong statement.
Here is Spezio, who grounded out to Knobloch. 2-0 A's lead. Pitches rifled foul on the first base side. It looks like Scott Spezio is going to need a new bat. Bat boy was right on top of it.
Got it all. Cotton candy, baseball. Yeah, give the baseball to Dad so you don't get it sticky when your hands are on that cotton candy.
He took the bite out of the right one, too. Upstairs, Spezio chases, can't get to it. It's a ball with 2 strikes.
Again, the high fastball to the left-hand hitters. That's the pitch that Clemens has developed here in the early part of the ball. It looks like the one to Grieve was down about belt high and away.
Fans want to strike out to finish off the inning. Instead, they get a fly ball to center field. It's going to chase Bernie Williams back, but he turns, he's there, and makes the catch. Oakland A's break through on the scoreboard against the Rocket with 2 runs on 2 hits as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The A's lead at 2-0.
Xenon headlights, so you can see what lies ahead. The most powerful V6 in its class, so you can leave it all behind. The all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking. Coming September 4th.
Shh. Everybody would love to have this. The secret to my original recipe chicken. No mystery about it. It's finger-licking good with my 11 herbs and spices cooked up so moist and tender. It's 11 heaven.
And right now, get 10 pieces of the Colonel's original recipe chicken for just $8.99. Hurry to KFC.
At KFC, we do chicken right, because we got the secret. What you looking at?
Why do I have Aflac insurance on top of my regular health insurance? Because he has his mother's eyes. Because I still have to teach him to whistle. And because Aflac helps cover what other insurance doesn't. If I'm injured, Aflac even provides cash to help pay bills. So why do I have Aflac? Did I mention he has his mother's eyes? Aflac supplemental insurance. Without it, no insurance is complete.
Well, the color's off, the type is wrong, and I'm not even sure this is our logo.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
If business were that easy, you wouldn't need us. Update your office technology with MCS Canon.
An automatic rear sunshade for when it's sunny. The largest interior in its class for when it's not. The all-new Infiniti i30. It's all the best thinking. Coming September 4th.
Yankees going to have to play some catch-up here in the bottom of the 4th. The A's have broken through. Omar Olivares now with a 2-0 lead. He'll face 3, 4, and 5 in the Yankee order. O'Neill, Williams, and Martinez. Paul rolled out to the first baseman. Signs unassisted. Sinking fastball was down low, ball 1. O'Neill, high fly ball, the right field. Stairs starts back. Got to rise out of the crowd, but that's going to be out number 1. Now we're going to look at some players here. We're going to guess who gets the Corona Extra Effort Award tonight. You saw Darryl Strawberry, Bernie Williams, Chili Davis, Shane Spencer, Chuck Knobloch, and the Corona Extra Effort Award goes to
the Yankee hairstylist.
Yeah.
Do we know who that is? Whoever it is, you're the Corona Extra Effort winner.
It pitches outside ball. A little creative tonight with that award.
Clippers in one hand and a bottle of peroxide in the other.
Well, maybe it should go to Darryl Strawberry because he came from the Clippers.
Very good.
Bernie takes another pitch down low, 2-0. Omar Olivares. As we look at Chile, who broke a long string tonight with a triple. Ground ball, and there's the example of Olivares fielding his position.
Boy, that is, I mean, he's taking a hit away right there. It is literally like having a 5th infielder. Check out the reactions here. Bernie Williams thinks this ball, it's almost by him. But there is the quick action of Olivares. I don't know, even with respect to Greg Maddux, I don't know if anybody, any other pitcher gets that ball. That's quickness. I mean, you don't realize how fast, by the time you finish your motion, you're maybe about 55 feet away. Gets there in a hurry.
And plus, you have to gauge how hard the ball's being hit. It's hard to tell. Maybe you go by the sound. Tino Martinez was not ready. Olivares was. Tino steps out. 2 outs, nobody on. That's going to be called a strike on an off-speed pitch.
Most of the time, Kenny, it's like you ever have a butterfly or a little something fly in front of your eyes and you sort of swat at it and get it out of it? That's what fielding for a pitcher is. It's just reflexes.
Ball and a strike on Tino. Tino hit a solid line drive to center field that was hauled in by Rich Becker in the 2nd. Bouncing ball. Olivares won't get it. But Velarde will, and he throws out Tino Martinez. And Olivares sets the Yankees down in order here in the bottom of the 4th. No score for the Yankees, 2-0 A's.
you, you grain buggers! You see you gripping, grasping, burger, flipping, muddle humber! I guess you get on my head!
We've heard your complaints about changing your oil filter, banging your knuckles trying to grip that slippery filter. That's why Fram, America's #1 filter, now has Sure Grip, a rough textured top on our Extra Guard filter for easy gripping and installing. Only Fram has it.
It makes changing your oil filter a lot easier.
Fram oil filters. Pay a little more now or pay a lot later.
You know, running your own business is not as glamorous as you think. It takes sacrifice, discipline. If you don't deliver, someone else will.
Okay, can we go now?
Sure.
Self-employment, the next big thing from Mitchell Lee. LS, the next big thing from Saturn. More room, better performance, really dependable.
Having fun yet? Get to the Wiz Labor Day sale. Get store-wide savings and more fun stuff free with select purchases. The sale you've been waiting for is on now at the Wiz.
It'll be a 1-1 pitch. He popped him up. He's going to get it. Roches down from third. Roches makes the catch. Ball game over. A perfect game. A perfect game for David Cone. It is the third perfect game in Yankee Stadium history.
Where will you be when the next great moment happens? Get your tickets now at the Yankee Stadium box office through Ticketmaster. Yankee Clubhouse stores are on the web at www.yankees.com.
2-0, top of the fifth inning. The A's are leading the Yankees in the 6th annual New York All-Star Basketball Classic to benefit wheelchair charities is coming to the Garden on Thursday, September 9th. Knicks' own Allen Houston headlines an NBA All-Star cast. Many New York legends will also be on hand, including Mark Jackson and Stephon Marbury. Tickets are available now at the Garden box office, all Ticketmaster outlets, including the Wiz stores, and online at thegarden.com. To charge by phone, you can call 212-307-7171. Should be fun.
Back to the action. Roger Clemens to face Miguel Tejada leading off the fifth. Oakland leading by a pair. Check swing foul at the plate. The Yankees have now gone 12 innings without scoring against Oakland Athletics. Paul O'Neill got the 2-run homer last night in the third. Last time Joe Torre's team scored and shut down in the first 4 tonight. Inside 1-1. Tejada will be a happier guy this winter, even though he's a terrific shortstop and is making as much improvement as anybody in baseball. When he goes back home to the Dominican, he has to switch to second base because of Tony Batista. In there again, 2-1. He was now playing shortstop for the Toronto Blue Jays, but Miguel said this winter Tony is going to play third base. And that'll make Art Howe happy because he said in the wintertime, you know, Tejada plays second base, then he comes to spring training and he has to get in the flow of being a shortstop again. On the corner, 2-2. Mentioned it the first game of the series, but if you've missed it, he's from Los Barracones. I believe they pronounce it down in the Dominican. It means obstacles of danger, one of the most impoverished areas in the world. And a book called Away Games that talks a bit about the background where players like Tejada come from. Down on strikes for the second time is our trivia question. Who are the 4 players play for both the Yankees and the A's? The tough one, a quick hint before they flashed, the old left-hand relief pitcher Paul Lindblad, Catfish, Reggie, Willie Randolph, and Paul Lindblad, all part of the 1976 Yankee American League champion team. Here's Hernandez outside for a ball.
Played with Paul Lindblad's brother Eddie in the minor leagues. He was also a pitcher, but he was right-handed, but he acted like a lefty.
Make that the 1978 series that Lindblad was in. In for a strike.
You can understand why the A's like Ramon Hernandez. 291 at-bats at AAA, hit 13 home runs this year, which kind of falls right in step with his A's ball club home run hitters.
Wow. And now you're seeing Roger Clemens. I mean, the last inning, I don't care if you're Roger Clemens or Tom Seaver, you don't get by with leadoff walks too much. That's what hurt him last inning.
Rocket fire.
See, the difference as we see that shot right there, and it's oh so subtle with Clemens earlier in the year, is when he makes that pivot, a pitcher kind of stays over the rubber for about that long, just right there. That's hit well center field. Bernie's on the run, has it tracked, puts it away. 2 down. The difference when he's not pitching well, see right there, he's going to hesitate just a moment. When you're not pitching well, you tend to lean. You know, it's almost like you as a hitter when you start with your stride, when you start to lean in and get on your front foot, all your power's gone. And the difference between maintaining that power is to just stay over the rubber a little while longer, and it looks like Clemens is doing that.
That's how Hideki Irabu got back in going with that little arch, lift of the arch.
And Alan Watson, the left-hand reliever, doing the same thing. There's one of the rare off-speed pitches that Clemens has started to hit her off with, and it's the third look for Becker, and he takes a called strike. Squibb toward third. Soho off balance throw, accurate, and Clemens back on track, has an easy 1-2-3 inning. Oakland down in the 5th. Yankees looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time in 12 innings.
In 1889, Morris Modell opened his first store. In 1920, Adi Dassler made his first pair of Adidas athletic shoes. And in 1923, Babe Ruth hit his first home run in the house he helped build. The legends continue.
All year long, Adidas and Modell's team up for special Yankees products. Hey fans, join Adidas and Modell's at Yankee Stadium on September 12th and receive a Yankees Adidas exclusive duffel bag. A great bag for a great team.
Go to Lowe's.
Hey, feast your eyes on this. The big New Yorker pizza from Pizza Hut. Now, this is what pizza's supposed to be. Look at this thing. 16 inches of real street corner pizza dripping with cheese. Look at all this cheese. Over a pound of cheese on this masterpiece. You know what a pound of cheese costs at the market? And we dropped the price $1. Now it's just $8.99. $8.99. What part of big, good, and incredible deal don't you understand? Hurry, this price ain't gonna last. So if you want to feed a lot of big mouths without taking a big hit in the wallet, try the big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Try it already.
You've got a key to your house. You've got a key to your car. Well, now you've got a key to the pump. Speed Pass from Mobile. It's your personal key to getting in and out of the station fast. Just wave it at the pump, gas up, and go. To get your free Speed Pass, call now, toll free. Mobile Speed Pass is linked to a major credit card or check card you already have. Over 2 million people are already getting gas faster with Mobile Speed Pass, the fastest way to get gas.
2-zip Oakland, bottom of the 5th inning. Omar Olivares is shut down the Yankees through the first 4. It was Chili Davis who broke a 5-year streak without having a triple. First pitch swinging, hit well, but right at Becker. That'll be a quick out in the 5th. We remind you that you can get your tickets for the last Yankee regular season homestand of the century. Yankees take on the White Sox September 21 through the 23rd, and then the Devil Rays 24th through the 27th. Come and watch the Yankees close out another magical season. You can get your tickets at those outlets. Pad and Pen Night, one of the promotions during that last homestand. Ricky Leday struck out with Chili Davis at third, steps in. Ball 1.
Starting to think about the last homestand. How about that?
Of the century.
Wow. Sounds like we all should be happy we get to see it, huh?
Ed Velarde, and Olivares rolls on 2-away in the Yankee 5th. During Chili's at bat, and you pointed out the 2,200 and something or over 2,000 at bats. I remember when Mickey Mantle was the honorary captain at the 1975 All-Star game, and the guys were kidding him about his strikeout total, which I believe was in the 2000s. It was 2,200, 2,300, something like that.
I don't think Mickey had quite that many.
How many? 1,800?
I'd say maybe 15, 16.
Well,
he had the all-time lead.
Whatever it is, they said Mick, you know that's like going 3 complete years without making contact. I mean, you figure about 500 at-bats a year. Soho takes strike 1.
I believe Reggie is the only one over 2,000 in strikeouts. And
there's no question we'll have the answer soon. Play into the bat toward Tejada. Good job by Olivares. Wow, he's on his way to defeating the Yankees for the 3rd time this year. He had a 5-pitch inning, 2-zip. We head to the 6th inning. Right now we head down to our studios in Manhattan. Deb Kaufman, take it away.
Thanks, Kitty. The A's are rooting for the Royals again tonight, and they're not rooting hard enough. It's 4-0 Boston over Kansas City. They're now in the top of the 7th. Kent Mercker pitching a shutout. This is Wilton Veras. That'll score Troy O'Leary, and Johnny Damon misplays it out in the outfield. So the Red Sox get another run to increase their lead to 4-0, and that's where they are right now out at Fenway. Toronto and the Twins in a pitcher's duel. This is a scoreless game still. They're in the top of the 7th now. Eric Milton pitching well again for Minnesota, the former Yankee. The Mets got another big hit from Robin Ventura. They're leading the Astros now. It's 3-1 in Houston. They're in the 3rd inning out at the Astrodome. What a year Ventura is having. This is a big blast into the night at the Dome, into the seats. It's number 200 for the career for Robin Ventura, so a milestone home run for him. That put the Mets up 2-0 again. Now they're up 3-1. The Braves, though, are up on the Reds 2-1. They have owned Cincinnati this year. We'll be back with more right after this.
Four airbags, a steel safety cage, and a whiplash protection seating system. All the safety you'd expect in a Volvo. At a price you may not. Introducing the Volvo S40.
Great walk, huh, Jake? Your next call.
Marv is here with the half-hour show after the Yankee game a little later tonight. He will have Bob Klapisch in the studio with him. They'll talk all about the umpiring situation, as 22 umpires apparently will lose their jobs. For now, though, the Yankees and A's are through 5. Let's go back to the Bronx.
Back at the stadium where Roger Clemens set to face the Oakland Athletics in the top of the 6th inning. Very impressive so far for Clemens. Roger had 1 inning, the 4th. He threw 38 pitches, rather 34 in that inning. The other 4, he's been very, very effective. And in that 4th inning, because of a pair of walks and a Ben Grieve double, Oakland has a 2-0 lead. Here's Velarde. Hit by a pitch and a strikeout victim. Strike 1 at the knees. Got a note from longtime A's historian and equipment manager Steve Vucinic, who's down in the A's clubhouse, probably watching our telecast right now. Strike 2, who says that 2 other names to add to that list are Mike Hegan and Ken Holtzman. Now, Mike Hegan was with the '64 Yankees as a September call-up, but not on the World Series roster. Outside, 1-2.
And Ken Holtzman.
And then by the time the Yankees got back to the series again, Mike Hegan was gone. Jambi waiting on deck. Mike, of course, son of ex-Yankee bullpen coach and great catcher, the late Jim Hegan, Mike now television announcer for the Cleveland Indians. Got him right on the corner. Second time that Velarde is down on strikes.
Strikeout number 7 for the Rocket as he puts away the leadoff hitter here in the 6th inning. Right on the corner. Not only with the, well, maybe a little outside, but close enough. You mentioned Dale Scott is pitcher friendly.
Always has been. Now let's see. We've got a little different trend going here.
That's a little too much preparation.
That is really neat. The facade there again is one of the rare breaking balls. See what Girardi, the way he's working Clemens, they've really established that fastball. So now when a hitter sees a breaking ball, it's kind of a surprise. And on the handle, Jeter. He can range out there, but he can't get that one. It's so easy, and you know better than anyone as an outfielder. You got a power hitter, he takes a big swing, and you don't get quite the jump on it.
You kind of have a false step backwards. I'm not sure that happened to Bernie Williams, but this is his second flared single to center field for Jason Giambi. Might be a night to go out and buy that lottery ticket.
All that time in the weight room for Giambi pays off. When he first came up, that would have been a pop-up to shortstop. The Panamanian Almedo Sainz hitting in the cleanup spot tonight will step in. He drew one of the 2 walks that Clemens issued in the 4th inning. That helped the A's score their 2 runs. That's in for a strike. Slider misses. Ball and a strike to Sainz.
Well, Ken Holtzman was with the Orioles in '76 for a while, and then he came on to the Yankees. In fact, he was traded because the Orioles wouldn't be able to sign him.
Can't fool that Stevie down that line. I mean, these equipment, man, they know too much. They know everything. If all of them wrote a book, they'd all be bestsellers. 2-1 now to Sainz as you see the Yankee infield. Knobloch and Jeter double play position.
Speaking of signs, there are signs in a lot of clubhouses that say what you see here and what you
say here, let it stay here.
Yeah.
Jim Bouton didn't read that sign. 2-2 to Sainz. Stairs waiting on deck. Joined us late in the middle of this ball game. Big news prior to the game. Darryl Strawberry's back. He'll probably be the DH tomorrow. And the umpires in Major League Baseball have reached a settlement at the expense of 22 umpires' jobs. Full count now to Sainz. And again, Clemens with men on, a little different pitcher. There's the pair of Yankee designated hitters. We had a chance, if you missed our Marriott Marquee Scorecard show, to visit with Joe Brinkman, the crew chief here. He was not aware of what settlement might be reached. He's getting ready for tomorrow already, putting a sign up for Darryl to hit. Lost him again.
Sainz has shown some patience the last 2 nights. A couple of walks here last night, 2 more walks tonight.
Check out the Marriott Marquee pitching matchup tonight. Olivares has not walked a man, only 3 hits, and the walk total is what's done the damage to Clemens. Everything else great. 3 hits, 7 punch-outs. It's almost like when a man gets on, Roger forgets that he's still Roger and starts chipping away at the corners and not challenging hitters. So far that's cost him, and he's in a jam right now to face Matt Stairs for the 3rd time tonight. And 2 men on. Straight back, strike 1. Power to power. Always an interesting matchup for fans right here. You're going to see a hard thrower and a hard swinger. Clemens got the best of him with the bases loaded. Got Stairs to fly out to shallow left, and this is the 2nd time that Girardi has made a trip to the mound after the walk to Sainz.
They got ahead with a fastball that was almost right down the middle, just power, and Stairs wasn't able to catch up to it. But now, where do they go from this point? Stairs has already seen one. He can dial it up a little more on the next fastball, particularly if you get it in a bad spot on the plate right down the middle again.
Backdoor breaking ball. See, here's where the advantage of having that 2nd and 3rd pitch and not having overused it. You can go to that plan. Might even throw him a little, slow curve. Roger doesn't throw that very often, but you can show him some other pitches you haven't used yet tonight. All in a strike. Oakland leads it by a pair. They scored those in the fourth, and the Yankees have now gone 13 innings without scoring a run against the Oakland pitching staff. Way upstairs, not close. 2-1.
Clemens is coming up on his 100th pitch tonight. Tried to add a little extra to this one, and nowhere near the strike zone.
We haven't seen him miss the strike zone by that much tonight. There's a good off-speed pitch and a rare ground ball by Stairs. Clemens over to cover the bag. Looked like the splitter. Giambi and Signs advance, but that's now 2 away.
Well, exactly what Kitty was talking about. It's probably the first splitter that Stairs has seen tonight, and it was a good one. Down and away, tops it, rolls it towards Tino Martinez. The rocket off the mound and beats Stairs by a couple of steps. Watch the runners on base as they will advance on the slow roll to the right side. Look at Chuck Knobloch, just in case somebody has to be near the bag. If it's going to be Roger Clemens, Jeter goes to second, and you saw Soho cover third.
This trip to the mound by Mel Stottlemyre is who do you want to pitch to, Grieve or Spezio? Grieve got the double with the bases loaded. And there's the discussion. That great overhand shot, Kenny, and seeing the infielders and everybody moving around. I wonder how John Madden would have illustrated that. He'd have him going pow, going over to first base. He's quite a baseball fan. Yeah, maybe we'll get a ride back to the city in the cruiser tonight after the game.
That means his game this weekend is close to New York.
Grieve up and in, and that first pitch might indicate what the visit to the mound was about. They may have said, let's take 4 shots at Grieve with fastballs up and in, and if we don't get him, we'll go after Spezio. Nope, splitter, didn't win it. Wow, that's a hitter's pitch right there, and Grieve has 4 RBIs, and the A's lead at 4-zip. Right in the middle of the zone.
Well, he mentioned he's become a much hotter hitter since the beginning of the year, and you can't make mistakes to Ben Grieve. He had a couple of home runs against the Yankees out in Oakland. There's a splitter, kind of hung about belt high, out over the plate. Didn't try and pull it, went right with it, right back through the middle by Roger Clemens into center field, and the A's runners were headed home.
Joe Girardi's target. Another look at that nice overhead shot to score the see the Oakland runners score. Girardi's target. See, now he's way outside. That ball's low, so that would indicate to me they were not going to pitch around Grieve. And Clemens just threw a splitter that hung in the middle of the plate, and Grieve took advantage of it.
He made a good pitch on a splitter to Stairs, and that one didn't have much bite.
Toward Tino Martinez, nice play. Taps the bag, but the damage is done to Clemens and the Yankees. For the second time tonight, Ben Grieve has come up with a pair of RBIs, and we head to the bottom of the 6th with the Yankees on the short end of a 4-0 score.
eCampus.com. Textbooks and stuff. Cheap.
What is the value of victory? What makes success so sweet? At American General, we help over 12 million people every day live the lives they've imagined. With retirement services, life insurance, consumer loans, and whether they have big dreams or little dreams, the real victory is seeing their dreams come true. American General Financial Group. Live the life you've imagined.
They say technology gives you the freedom to experience the world, especially when it's so affordable. Like a 2000 Jeep Cherokee Sport, which you can drive with air, power, power windows and locks, and remote keyless entry at no extra charge. When you lease one for just $269 a month with 0 down and $764 due at signing. Cherokee Sport. Now that's a cool way to access the sites you see online. Check out this $269 lease at your Jeep dealer today.
Well, the color's off, the type is wrong, and I'm not even sure this is our logo.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
If business were that easy, you wouldn't need us. Update your office technology with MCS Canon.
New York Yankee baseball on a beautiful September evening is brought to you in part by MCS Canon, keeping people in business, As Olivares' first pitch to Girardi is in for a strike. Olivares with just 50 pitches through the first 5 innings. He may pitch again tomorrow afternoon. Keeps this up. Actually, Gil Heredia, the veteran right-hander who's done a good job for Oakland's schedule to start. 0-2. The total on Mickey Mantle, 1,710 strikeouts. So about 3.5 years worth of at-bats without making contact. Like Chile going 4 years without a triple. There he is between Clete Boyer and Bobby Richardson.
Yeah, you can strike out that much when you're hitting 536 home runs.
Just missed 1-2.
The Yankees need base runners.
Girardi got them one in his last at bat, but then on a hit and run situation, Knobloch hit a line drive at Tejada.
They've never had more than one man on base in an inning.
Toward Tejada again. One away in the Yankees' 6th. Good late movement. I tell you, Olivares and Doug Jones, the 42-year-old reliever who got the win in last night's game, a good example of you don't have to throw hard, but if you have a moving fastball and a good change. Jones doesn't throw much of a fastball, but it's the combination of fastball, changeup, rather than the sliders, yeah, baby, that has a chance to get big league hitters out. Knobloch's next hit will be his 1,500th. Strike one.
Kitty, you had a good story that you told me before the game about Pete Rose getting, what, 4,192 hits, what you told him?
Yeah. What's so good about that? I gave up 4,600. What's tougher? Left field hit fairly well. Grieve back now near the track. Ball is carried and it's gone. His 1,500th hit is a home run. And the Yankees are on the board.
Total that Wade Boggs picked up earlier this year with a home run, and Chuck Knobloch with his 15th home run of the year. Let's listen to it. Almost had a Sammy Sosa bounce coming out of the box.
Second home run of the series as Jeter fouls it at the plate off his foot, and both have been on breaking balls. One off Tim Hudson was about 3 inches off the ground. That one was a hanger about letter high.
That might have been the highest pitch that Olivares has made tonight. Everything has been from the thighs on down.
Right center, headed for the gap. Becker is in chase, won't get it. Jeter is going to make the turn and stop at second with a one-out double. Dot and Charles in attendance as usual, happy about that. Mr. and Mrs. Jeter in the Derek Jeter fan club.
Yankees now with 5 hits in the game, and another pitch that was kind of up. Jeter fights it off, runs it through the gap in right center. For a moment there, he was thinking about triple, and that's because he runs so hard. You think he has a chance every time he goes out of the box. But then he breaks it down right there. The Yankees are down by 3 runs. No sense taking a chance.
Rick Peterson, the A's pitching coach, with his visits to the mound, pretty animated. I never liked a lot of visits to the mound by a pitching coach because, as Johnny Sane used to say, when you run out there and give everybody an indication that there's trouble, you'll find trouble. I mean, the guy's just rolling along. He gave up, gave up a home run and a hit. He's got a 4-1 lead. It's not like all of a sudden you have to change your approach to pitching. And you go out there and sometimes negative thoughts sneak into a pitcher's mind and everything breaks down.
By the way, for Jeter, that was his 30th double of the year. Nice round number.
To go along with the 21 home runs and a shot at getting to 20 in stolen bases. Here's O'Neill. On the corner, strike one.
Now, even though that pitch was on the corner, it was still up a little more than Olivares has been throwing previously in this ballgame.
Checking the position of the outfielders, Derek Jeter. Towards shortstop, Tejada's there. And the strong throw to Signs in time. Jeter will hold his ground. That's 2 away. Just to give you an idea how rare that home run by Chuck Knobloch off Omar Olivares was for a right-hand hitter. That is only the second right-hand hitter that's hit a home run off Olivares in his last 17 starts. That's pretty good efficiency right there. Strikeout and tap back to Olivares. Actually didn't tap back. It was a pretty good shot that Olivares showed his fielding ability and flagged it down. Strike one. Good fastball. Great overhead shot right there to show how the A's. It's a beautiful look. A perfect diamond. See on the right side, Velarde is playing deep into pull. Tejada shaded over toward the bag. That's how they position themselves against Bernie Williams. Got him to chase the high fastball 0-2. And of course, the reason they're positioned like that is because Thad Bosley moves them there. Got the charts. Plenty of information available.
He moved the left fielder Ben Grieve in. The last 2 pitches were up, but they were by design by Olivares. His 2 best fastballs of the night.
Just off the corner, 1-2.
Olivares already has won a career-high 12 games this year. He's trying to move into the teens for the first time.
Tino Martinez waiting on deck. He reaches the plate. He'd be the tying run. In the dirt, partially blocked by Hernandez. Jeter will hold his ground with 2 away, and the Yankees down by 3. Chuck Knobloch's 15th home run of the year, his 1500th hit. Got the Yankees on the scoreboard for the first time. 13 innings. Couple of home run hitters just having fun in the dugout. Knobloch and Strawberry.
Chuck hit a career high last year with 17, so he's got a good shot at setting a new career high in homers. Those home run hitters stick together, don't they?
The blonde ones do. Way outside. After getting ahead 0-2 with a couple of good high fastballs, now Olivares has strung it out to a full count. That's the great August that Bernie had, his best month since May of last year when he hit over 400. But tonight, the 1st of September, and Art Howe has to feel awfully good. Spring training, you say, I just hope we put a good team together, and on the 1st of September, we've got a shot at going to the postseason. And the Yankees, of course, quite confident that that would happen with them. But this is the surprise story in the American League from a positive standpoint.
A lot of scoreboard watching going on for the A's every single night. To me, that was the fun time of the baseball season. Every night you look up at the scoreboard in September, there's Art Howe on the left and Ken Mock as bench coach.
Yeah, you hope you can be on a team that has something to play for in September. A little tentative approach here by Olivares after getting ahead 0-2. Way upstairs. I mean, that wasn't even close. And
you saw Hernandez shift over to the inside corner, and I think that was supposed to be the pitch that he threw Bernie and struck him out with in the first inning. That fastball, you saw how much it tailed, even though it was a ball. It was supposed to start inside, then tail back over the inside corner for call strike 3. And when Olivares has gotten to a point where he's needed a strike and an effective pitch to a left-handed hitter, that's the one he goes to.
So now with that walk, Tino Martinez steps in. He represents the tying run.
Well, I mentioned the Yankees needed base runners. Now they have them.
About as good an advice if you're going to make a lot of trips to the mound for a pitching coach is just run out there and tell the pitcher, pitch to the scoreboard. Turn around and look at the score. You're up 4-1. Even a 2-run homer, you're still leading by 1. Now a home run, it's a tie game. Outside, ball 1. Saw it happen to Tim Hudson on Monday night. A's were up by 4, and with 2 out and nobody on, the Yankees tied the game. Tino struggling in his last 17 ABs. Tap toward first. Signs. Make the play by himself. Olivares works out of it. Yankees get on the scoreboard with Knobloch's home run, but after 6, they still trail. It's 4-1 Oakland. Back after this.
Oh, no. Why me? Don't even think about. Oh, no. I hate this thing. You stupid.
The Belmont Fair and Festival returns to Belmont Park Racetrack now through Labor Day. The Belmont Fair and Festival is huge with over 25 free shows daily. Enjoy the free open-air circus, free puppet shows, Frontier Town, and the Wild West Follies. Cast members from Footloose perform Saturday, and Woodstock legend John Sebastian of the Lovin' Spoonful is in concert on Sunday. The Belmont Fair and Festival now through Labor Day at Belmont Park Racetrack. The Belmont Fair and Festival this weekend.
PC Richard & Son for home appliances. PC Richard & Son for home electronics. PC Richard & Son for home computers. PC Richard & Son for over 89 years of selection, savings, service, and satisfaction. You can't get a lower price. We guarantee it. All you have to do is whistle. PC Richard & Son, the appliance, electronics, and computer giant. Eastwood Medical introduces Dr. Victor Loria.
Baldness is a genetic effect. Hair transplantation is the only natural and permanent cure, and it lasts a lifetime. The hairline is the most important area. Micro mini grafts containing 1 to 4 hairs are used to give you the most natural aesthetic appearance.
Call now and receive up to 500 grafts at no additional cost. Fight back hair loss permanently. Eastwood Medical.
We don't just restore hair, we restore confidence.
Call 1-800-MD-HAIRS.